Flying is a wonderful experience, and we have our guests who are very professional in providing us the comfort, support and convenience that one needs to travel. I'm very pleased to welcome Mr. Suman Uday Kumar, Area Manager, Trishapalli, Sri Lankan Airways. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the event. And I would like to welcome Mr. Balaraman Unnidan, Vice President, Thomas Cook India Limited. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the event. And my warm welcome to our chief guest from Canara Bank, Mr. Mohan Haltaroy, Manager, Regional Head, Salem Rural RO, Canara Bank. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the event. My special welcome to Mr. Karthikeyan, Divisional Manager, Retail Asset Hub, Namakkal. And I would like to welcome Mr. V. Dakshinamurthy, Divisional Manager, Kohnur Branch. And my warm welcome to Mr. V. Jeeva, Credit Officer, Canara Bank, Mohnur Branch. And I would like to welcome Mr. Shaktivel, Credit Officer, Retail Asset Hub, Namakkal. My warm welcome to Mr. Shamir, Manager, Sri Lankan Airways. And I welcome Mr. Ambedkar, Sales Officer, Sri Lankan Airways. We always need a positive force to walk towards our dreams, goals and aspirations. And I would like to welcome our star guests today who are our real inspiration to study abroad. I welcome Mr. Nadir Rashid Khan, Client Support Manager, BPP University. We warmly welcome you, sir. And I would like to welcome the star of the event, Mr. Taranjit Singh, Head of the Student Recruitment, India and Nepal, BPP University. We warmly welcome you, sir. Thank you for your presence here today at this event. And I'm very proud to be the part of the organization Success Point Overseas Education Consultancy Private Limited. And I once again welcome all our chief guests, media, students, and everyone who supported us. I welcome you all once again, and I wish all the students a very good luck for your spot interviews. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Kavita, for your welcome note which addresses all our guests. As a token of our gratitude, we would like to honor you with a gift and present it. The first gift goes to Mr. Suman Uday Kumar. I would like to call Ms. Kashmi, Enquiry Team at Success Point. And I would like to call Ms. Sangeeta to present a gift for Mr. Balaraman Unnidan. I would like to call Ms. Lavanya and Hashni to come to the stage to present the gift to Mr. Mohan Haltaroy. Call Ms. Selvapriya, Application Team Lead, Success Point, to present a gift to Mr. Nadir Rashid Khan. welcome to Mrs. Kavita, Senior University Lead, Success Point, to present a gift to Mr. Taranjit Singh.
I request Mr. Karthikeyan, Divisional Manager, Retail Assist Hub, Namakkal, to come over the stage. To present the gift, I request Keithna to take over. I request Mr. V. Dakshinamurthy, Divisional Manager, Canara Bank, Mohunu, to the stage. To present the gift, I request Shanmuga Priya to come up. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Jeeva, Credit Officer, Canara Bank, Mohunu, to the stage. Please come, sir. I request Karishma to give the gift to sir. I request Mr. Shaktivel, Credit Officer, Retail Asset Hub, Namakkal, to come over to the stage to get the gift. I request Miss Lavanya to present the gift. To extend our support, I request Mr. Shamir, Manager, Sri Lankan Airways, to come over the stage to receive the gift. And I request Selva Priya to present the gift. I would request now Mr. Ambedkar, Sales Officer, Sri Lankan Airways, to come over the stage to receive the gift. And I request Lingeshwari to present the gift. And I request Mr. Chinnathambi from Thomas Cook, General Manager, Chennai, please come over to the stage to receive the gift, sir. And I request Ms. Harshni from Success Point team to present the gift to the sir. I request Mr. Loganathan Paramasivam, Retail Vertical Head, Thomas Cook, Chennai, to come over to the stage to get the gift. And I request Ms. Vindhya to present the gift from Success Point team. I request Mr. Ganesh Kumar to come over to the stage, branch manager Thomas Cook Salem, to receive the gift. Ms. Shanmuga Priya will present the gift to the sir from Success Point team. I request Mr. Ramesh, Chartered Accountant Auditor, to come over to the stage to receive the gift. And I request Kashmi, staff of Success Point, to present the gift to the sir. It's time to present gift to my entire team who extended their support in every ways we walked through our hurdles and everything. So I request Ms. Kirtana to receive her gift and request Mr. Taranjit Singh sir to present the gift to our team members. To come over the stage to receive the gift. I request Sangeeta Paramasivam to come over to the stage to receive the gift. Selvapriya, please come over to the stage. Shanmuga Priya. Priya, please come over to the stage to receive your gift. I request Miss Karishma to come over to the stage to receive the gift. Lingeshwari, please come over to the stage to receive the gift. Harshini, please come over to the stage to receive your gift. Vinita, please come over to the stage to receive your gift. I request Miss Nisha to please come over to the stage to receive your gift. I request Kasmi to come over to the stage to receive your gift. I request Mr. Loganathan, Senior University Trainer, to come over to the stage to receive your gift.
दो बार करना पड़ता है अब दो बार नहीं ट्राई
We'd like to call Miss Kavita to receive her gift.
जो दे स्मूथ शेव एक ही बार में दो बार नहीं जिलेट का 3 सिर्फ 35 रुपए में
Here we are going to present the star of BPP to our team members, Selva Priya, Sangeeta, Vinita, and Kashmi. Please come up on stage, please. And Sujita, sorry. Shanmuga Priya, please welcome. I would like to just sit down for the speech, sir. Sorry. I would like to our guests to please sit down. I'll call the separate guests for the speech. Sorry. Mic check. It's time to welcome our guests to give their speech. If you can't dream it, you can't do it. It's pleasure to welcome our first guest, Mr. Suman Uday Kumar, Area Manager, Tiruchirappalli, Sri Lankan Airlines. As it states, Mr. Suman, please come to the dais, sir. As it states, Mr. Suman brings wealth of knowledge and experience in the aviation industry. We are fortunate to have you with us today, sir. Thank you.
Is the mic? Okay, great. Good morning, everybody. And thank you very much for that very warm welcome and introduction. And I'm very thankful that I have this and I don't have to stand behind that, because clearly that is not designed for people who are vertically challenged like me. And it's so nice to see all the young minds waiting to get an opportunity to go to the UK and study abroad. It kind of takes me also back down to the times when I was aspiring to go to college. First and foremost, I must thank Success Point and Mr. Rajadurai for giving us, Sri Lankan Airlines, this opportunity to be present here and to speak to all of you. So thank you. Thank you very much to Success Point for that. You all must be wondering, now this is, this wonderful event has been put together by Success Point for students to go to the UK. And I even hear that spot admissions are being given today. You must be wondering what an airline person is doing here. Well, so once you've got your admissions, right now you all must be thinking about the admissions. Once you've got your admissions and you've sorted out your finances and you've got your visa, then you'll think, how do I get there? How do I go to the UK? Right, so that's when we come in. And we've been working very closely with Success Point. Sri Lankan Airlines operates flights from the nearest or the closest international airport to Namakkal, which is Trichy. It's just 1.5 hours from here. We have very convenient connections to London. And at that time, when you're looking to make that travel to the UK, you'll think about a couple of things. Your cost and convenience. And I think in both respects, with particularly pertaining to this region, we provide the services that you want at the most affordable rates, and a very convenient service as well, with just a 1.5 hour transit via Colombo. You will be in the UK. You might sometimes think that, to go all the way to the UK, you'll have to probably catch a flight from big cities like Bangalore or Chennai, but that's not the case. It's just 1.5 hours from here. You can make a very convenient journey. During the day, you don't have flights at odd times, early in the morning or late at night, but a very convenient time. From Trichy all the way to the UK. And the other thing which you probably might think about is how much baggage I can take, because I'm going as a student and I have so many things to carry with me. And normally international airlines permit about 30 kilograms of luggage for international travel, but we understand that there's a special requirement for students here. So we're allowing students to carry 4 to 6 kilos from Trichy to the UK. So these are some of the reasons why I think you are to choose Sri Lankan when that time does come. for you all to make that decision. And we work very closely with Success Point, so you can get in touch with them for your travel requirements as well once your admissions and finances and everything else is sorted. So once again, thank you very much. I don't want to take too much of your time because I know all the students are very eagerly waiting to meet Mr. Taranjit. So thank you very much for this opportunity. And all the very best to the students who are here today. Good luck. Thank you.
Sir. On behalf of everyone, I'd like to thank you for your wonderful experience with us, sir. Thank you. Success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is courage to continue that counts. It gives me pleasure to welcome Mr. Balaraman Unnithan, Associate Vice President of Thomas Cook India Limited, to our event today. Please welcome to the dais, sir. Thomas Cook India Private Limited is a well-respected company in the travel industry. We are honored to have Mr. Unnithan to share your experience with us, sir. Please welcome, sir.
Hey, I'm audible, right? Hi. A very good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you, Team Success Point, for giving us this opportunity today to come here and speak about Thomas Cook. So my name is Balaraman Unnithan. I represent Thomas Cook. I'm sure that some of you guys must be aware of or maybe heard the name Thomas Cook before. So probably I'm going to take maybe 5 to 10 minutes of your time to just to explain about what Thomas Cook is all about and why we are here today and what Thomas Cook is having to offer to the student segment, right? Thomas Cook, okay. So Thomas Cook, as ma'am mentioned, Thomas Cook is India's largest foreign exchange and travel company. The business what we do is all about travel and foreign exchange in India. So when it comes to the ownership of Thomas Cook, what we are. So Thomas Cook is a part of the Fairfax Group, a Canadian-based company owned by Mr. Prematsa. And Thomas Cook is a listed company, a public limited company in India. It's listed both in NSE and BSE. So the Fairfax Group, some of the companies that is being owned by Fairfax in India, Thomas Cook, the Catholic Syrian Bank, the Bangalore International Airport, the Digit Insurance. These are some of the companies. We are also part of the same group of companies, which is the Fairfax Group of companies. And as I said, Thomas Cook, while primarily a travel company, and in Thomas Cook India, under Thomas Cook India, we operate almost in 21 countries across the globe under various brands, which is largely on the travel side of the business. But on the foreign exchange business side, we operate only in 3 countries, that is one in India, one in Sri Lanka, and one in Mauritius. And When I talk about the foreign exchange business, that's where I'm going to stress too much today. Foreign exchange business, Thomas Cook does the foreign exchange business in India now for over 100 years. For more than 100 years, Thomas Cook is present in India and doing the foreign exchange business. And we are spread across all the states and all the cities. Thomas Cook is having a direct branch of 100 plus branches in India and maybe a customer touch point of around 250 plus customer touch points across India. We are present in various cities, various towns, various airport, various shopping malls. So that's how we are spread across in India. And when I couple of times I said that Thomas Cook is India's largest foreign exchange company. So when I'm using that term, or when I'm calling Thomas Cook's, I really mean that, probably I can explain either why we call Thomas Cook India's largest foreign exchange company. As I said that, one thing, it is over 100 years of experience, and in terms of the kind of volume what we handle. Whether it is the retail business, whether it is the corporate business, or whether it is a wholesale business. When I'm saying corporate business, most of the IT companies in India, whether it is Wipro, whether it is Accenture, whether it is TCS, whether it is, the name can go on. All their travel requirement, when their employees travel abroad, all their foreign exchange requirement, all their overseas expenses, everything is being taken care by Thomas Cook. And similarly, when I spoke about wholesale business, some of the other banks or some of the other foreign exchange players in this market, we supply them the currencies to this kind of players. So managing this kind of wide spectrum of business helped us not only to generate business or maybe improve our market share, that also helped us to gain a lot of experiences from handling millions of customers on a yearly basis. So with this experience, the first point what I said, why we are here today. So under Thomas Cook Foreign Exchange business, we have created a separate vertical for the student segment. When it comes to the student segment who is traveling abroad for studies, their requirement is slightly different from the other set of customer, the corporate set of customers, or maybe a normal customer who travels abroad. We felt that the requirement that is coming from the student is slightly different. So it was imperative for us to make a tailor-made product for the students traveling abroad. So that's how maybe a decade before we came up with a program called a Study Buddy under our Education Forex business. So this Study Buddy program is exclusively designed for the students traveling abroad. So we have created various products, we have made various process change to help the students traveling abroad. Also we created a separate team to manage only the student requirement. So that as a student, when you are traveling abroad, when we are coming to Thomas Cook for your financial need, when I'm saying the financial need, maybe for the sending money abroad or whatever it is, the team who interact with you is being specialized, is being trained only on this particular product that will help you to this team will be capable of answering any kind of queries you are having or handle any kind of situation you will be having, a last minute fund transfer to the universities, or maybe some of the queries that is coming from the universities. Any kind of queries or any kind of challenges what you're going to face with university in terms of the fees transfer, let it be anything. We are so confident that this team will be able to take care of it. It is because of the experience they gained by over years of managing millions or maybe lakhs of students who have traveled or who had transferred money under this particular program. So what we have done is that, so when I said that how we tailor-made a product, a program for the students traveling abroad. So we looked at the journey of a student. A typical journey of a student who travels abroad can be divided into three. Maybe the pre-admission stage, the second would be the admission stage, and third would be the post-admission stage. So at each stage, we identified what are the requirements a student would be having or what are the questions a student would be having. So based on that, as I said earlier, we both the product side and on the process side, we have made various changes. On the pre-admission stage, when I'm saying a pre-admission stage, once you finalize your university, probably you'll have to make some kind of application fees to the universities, or maybe you'll have to send a certain amount of money to block a seat in that particular universities. These are the primary requirement that will come at the pre-admission stage. On the both the requirement, so we created two products. One is of course the demand draft, a foreign currency demand draft. A demand draft, I'm sure that everyone must be knowing that. We must have used that in India. A similar kind of a demand draft what we use in India at Thomas Cook, we issue a foreign currency demand draft. So when we are issuing this demand draft in Thomas Cook, this particular product is completely owned by Thomas Cook. If you are walking into any of the Thomas Cook store, you will be getting the demand draft maybe in the next 10 or 15 minutes of time, whereas if you are trying to get this product from the market, it is going to take quite some of time. And this product is been completely owned by Thomas Cook, and the demand draft is accepted by all the universities or all the banks across the globe. And the second product, so demand, if your university is accepting a demand draft, you can get a foreign currency demand draft from our side and apply for that application fees. And the second product is the wire transfer. Wire transfer is the most common mode where the fund transfer that happens on the overseas side. So when Thomas Cook sends money abroad, so Thomas Cook is the only non-banking company in the country who is a member of SWIFT. Any bank or any international transfer, if you want to transfer the fund abroad, similar to our RTGS, NEFT in India, it happens through a platform called as SWIFT. At Thomas Cook, we are directly a member of SWIFT. So how it is going to be benefit a student is that when you are transferring money through Thomas Cook, there is no third party involved there. So you are directly involving, you are directly interacting with the people or the person who's actually transferring that fund. That gives you multiple benefit. I'm saying that if again, as I said, any kind of queries coming there, you don't have to run from pillar to pillar. The same person whom you have done the transfer, the same branch whom you have done the transfer, that branch will make sure that the fund is hitting the university account and giving you the confirmation on that. The second advantage is, since this product is completely owned by Thomas Cook, is that unlike many other players in the market, we will be able to give you the confirmation of the TT, what we call as the TT confirmation, in the 2 hours of time. So I'm sure that when you come to the admission stage, you will understand, realize the importance of this 2 hours of confirmation. Most of the time what we see is that the fee payment would be happening in the last moment, and there will be some deadline from that is happening from the universities. So it is very critical from the university to get a confirmation. It is not about you saying that we have sent the money. So university will definitely going to ask you, give us the confirmation. So in the market, the usual practice is that it will take maybe 2 to 3 working days for to give this TT confirmation. But at Thomas Cook, we can download this particular report and share to you in just 1 to 2 hours of time. And this is going to be one of the significant differentiate why most of the students prefer Thomas Cook while sending money abroad, because of this facility what Thomas Cook is having. So these are the two products which I said on the pre-admission stage. And when it comes to the admission stage, again, admission stage, once your admission is finalized, now it is time to send the first semester or maybe the first year tuition fees to the universities. At that time also we can come with these two products. One thing is of course the wire transfer, as I said earlier, and the second product is the demand draft. On top of that, we have one more product which is called as a prepaid card, the travel card. A travel card or a prepaid card is something similar to the kind of ATM card which every one of you would be having in your wallet. It exactly the same kind of thing. The only difference here is that this product what Thomas Cook gives, it is on the foreign currency. When you travel to UK, this product is going to be in the GBP currencies. When you are taking this card in India by paying Indian rupees, we will convert that Indian rupees into GBP and give you the foreign currency card in here itself. Again, Thomas Cook is the only non-banking entity in the country who issues its own prepaid card. When I'm saying that its own prepaid card, this product is directly the product of Thomas Cook. There is no banking partner, there is no middleman in between. We are directly tied up with Visa and we are directly tied up with MasterCard on this particular association. Again, the benefit of having a direct tie-up, or maybe when we are issuing the product, the advantage for the student is that when you are taking this product, once the documentation is completed, maybe in the 5 to 10 minutes of time, this card will be activated. It will not take 1 day or it will not take hours to activate. I'm saying that within 10 minutes of the time, this card can be activated to you. And this card, for the students, when we are issuing this card comes with certain insurance benefit, like the lost baggage, if you are losing the card, or if you are whatever it is, a lot of insurance capability that has been designed for the student in this particular card. And once you travel abroad, in case if you lost the card and if you are not having money at any point of time, this card will also give you the feature. So we will arrange emergency cash for your immediate expense in UK or whichever part of the globe you are. So at any given point of time, if you are having this card with you, you will not be left out without money. Even if you lose the card, we'll make sure that you are getting the currencies wherever you are in the country or wherever you are in the world, we'll be able to do that. This is the advantage of the prepaid card. And now once the admission is finalized, now it's a time for you to travel abroad. So that's where maybe the one or other product what we thought about that is going to come into picture would be of course the physical currencies. when you travel abroad for your immediate expense, I'm sure that everyone would need to take certain foreign currencies, the hard currencies, British GBP currencies or the pound currencies will be able to take it. So at that time, Thomas Cook, again the advantage is that Thomas Cook is the India's largest importer and exporter of currencies. So how it will benefit you in the sense, one thing is that how, I mean, when I'm saying import and exporter of currencies, the physical currencies, the foreign currencies, what we see in India, how it will come to the country. So there are only two options. One option is that somebody should physically carry, maybe a foreign tourist coming to the country or maybe an NRI coming to the country, he should carry that foreign currencies from that country and bring to India. That is one way. But as you know that quantity will be very minimal. At Thomas Cook, what we do is that if we need GBP, we have a tie-up with a foreign bank in London. We will import the hard currencies into India. So technically, we'll import the hard currencies in India. So this how benefit the student at any given point of time. Thomas Cook would be having the currencies what you need. At Thomas Cook will be having the capability of supplying you with these currencies. And the second thing is that since we are directly importing these currencies from a UK based bank, the quality of the notes what you get is going to be really good. So these are the two advantages when it comes to the currency business. And second thing is that of course when you're traveling abroad, you can think about, or maybe the prepaid card which I spoke about, that prepaid card can be taken. That card can be used for withdrawing money from ATM, using for your shopping, for swiping in a machine, for your online shopping. Whatever we use an Indian card, exactly the same way you can use the foreign currency prepaid card as well. And so once you are travel abroad, in any case, if you feel that you need more money for your immediate expense or something, so those expense, your parents can walk into any of Thomas Cook store and send that money to the bank account that you would be opening in UK, or maybe if you are having the prepaid card, the card can be reloaded, and the card will get reloaded real time, which means if the parents are coming to your to Thomas Cook store and paying the money in Indian rupees, before the parent leaves that office, you will be having the credit confirmation coming to your phone as a message saying that your card is reloaded. So these are the advantages with come to the prepaid card. Now to summarize in terms of the study buddy program, why you should choose Thomas Cook, or what are the advantages a student would be getting. As I said that when you are sending money abroad through Thomas Cook, you will be getting a confirmation within 2 hours of time that is the fund has been remitted to the university account, and that confirmation can be shared with any universities, which is acceptable by across all the universities or all the banks. As I said, it is directly coming from the SWIFT server. And the second thing is that I spoke about many advantages Thomas Cook is having, or I said that Thomas Cook is the only non-banking entity who can issue a prepaid card, only non-banking entity who is a member of SWIFT. As you know that a foreign exchange business is regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. So why Thomas Cook is given certain additional permissions by Reserve Bank of India? There are a lot of scanners coming to that. I'm saying a lot of people, there are a lot of regulator bodies look into that. So when you are doing a transaction through Thomas Cook, more than you, it is our responsibility that you do the right transaction and you are doing the transaction the right way. At Thomas Cook, when you are doing a transaction, we will make sure that more than you, what I'm saying is that we will make sure that you are doing the transaction the right way, so that your transaction is very clean. Nobody is going to come and question, or you are not going to get letters from anyone for that transaction. So that responsibilities lies with us. So we will make sure that if any kind of document deficiency is there while doing a transaction, we will make sure that you are complying with those requirements. We will guide you the right way to make sure that tomorrow there is no issues happening with this transaction. So that point is not your responsibility, that point is going to be our responsibility here to make sure that you do the right transaction with us. And with nowadays, with the digital things that is coming up, the interface, the physical interface is a mandatory thing as per Reserve Bank of India. But at Thomas Cook, whenever, if you are not able to come to any of the Thomas Cook store, or if we are not able to come to your place, we can do this transaction digitally as well. Maybe sitting in home, we will be sharing you a link. Through that link, whatever I said can be completed. So this is again a development what we have done for the student segment. And as our association with Success Point is more than a decade old. So with the Success Point, what we do is that any student that is traveling to the Success Point, of course we have a specialized commercial benefit which we pass on to the students in terms of discounted exchange rate for the TT transaction. All the product that is coming from Thomas Cook to the Success Point comes at a 0 transaction fees. So that is the kind of benefit you would be getting while doing the transaction with Thomas Cook. and we have completely waived off all the card issuance and all the reload charges for the Success Point student. So that's all about Thomas Cook, and this is what I want to talk about the studyability program under Thomas Cook business. If anyone is having any kind of question, I would be happy to answer that. Otherwise, I'm done with the presentation. Right. Okay. So I take this opportunity to thank once again Team Success for organizing this event, and wishing each one of you present here who would be traveling to UK or maybe to any foreign country. I'm sure that you're going to make each of your parents proud and this country proud by being successful in your life. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable speech. Now I would request Mr. Mohan Halturai, Regional Head of Canara Bank, Salem, Rural RO, to come over to the stage to share his valuable knowledge and address the gathering. Please welcome, sir. Please come, sir.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். So, first of all, I congratulate and thank all the dignitaries who are present here, Mr. Taranjit, Mr. Rashid, Mr. Suman and Mr. Balraman. And welcome to Namakkal, because I consider myself the son of the soil and you are my guests today. And big thank you to Mr. Raja for giving us this opportunity to present something on the finance side of abroad studies. So, as you all know, of late, like as a recent report says, over 4.6 lakh students have benefited in the last 10 years from India by studying abroad. So, that is a recent parliamentary report which gives the statistics. So, the aspirations of Indian students have gone up sky high, and 1 out of 10, especially in Namakkal, try to go abroad for their studies. And we are happy that we are one of the main finance partners in their dreams of realizing their dreams. Yeah, why education loans is just a summary of why do you want to take education loan. Because when I was studying my schooling, there was no loan for education. So it was in 2001, the government of India gave the mandate to Indian Banks Association to come out with a scheme for financing students to avail or complete their education. And that is how the Indian Banks Association came out with the Model Education Loan Scheme in 2001. And out of which many students got benefited. In fact, after this scheme came, there was a huge growth in a number of students who were the first time graduates in their families. So this was a very good scheme. And later on, the intention of the scheme was like to develop the human resource and empowerment in our country, focus on human capital. And they see education, loans to education as an investment for economic development and prosperity. So what are all the benefits while studying abroad through your education loan or through self-financing? Like you boost your employability skills and chances of a successful career, broadening your horizons, ambitious, and you become more ambitious and more career-oriented, and it diversifies your international exposure, especially develops your language and communication skill. When you're abroad, you get to interact with students from many other countries, and it improves your confidence, adaptability, and networking. And what is that which is benefiting the country? The country benefits by way of your industry exposure and your prestigious degree and your access to global network. And of late, there is a boom in startups in our country mainly because of students who come finishing their abroad studies and do their own business here, and improves the export earnings of the country, and it overall gives a long-term development perspective to the country. So some statistics, basically I come from Canara Bank, as you all know, which is one of the leading public sector banks in the country. It is, we keep fighting with PNB for second and third place very often. Of course, our leader, number one being State Bank of India. So in India, if you see in the last few years, if you see the statistics, out of the total education loans, 90% of the education loans have been given by the public sector banks. Only 10% is by the private sector banks and others. And in Tamil Nadu, for example, 94% of the education loans have been provided by public sector banks. And on the right side, if you see our Namakkal district, our own bank, last year, that is 2021, we had given around 7.5 crores, around 22 loans for studies abroad, which has gone up drastically this year. In 22-23, so far the figures are like 39 abroad studies loans with an amount of 8.5 crores. And down below is the statistics of number of students in India who have gone abroad, which has drastically improved from 2013 to 2022. Of course, there was a slight decline there in 2021 because of probably the COVID pandemic. So, for an education loan, this remaining slides will give you a very brief about the education loan requirements in case you are coming to us for education loan. But once I give you this presentation, once you start taking spot admissions today and proceeding further, you will have so many doubts which we will be very glad to clarify at any point of time. I'll give you some contact details and our office addresses, so you can approach us any time during the working hours. We'll be glad to help you more and guide you more. So basically you require the normal KYC documents like your Aadhaar, your PAN card, and of course your passport. Then you would have taken an admission, you would have got a visa, and a provisional or a final admission letter from the university where you are taking admission. Then the conditional offer letter from the university with the ID which they have given, the student ID which they are giving you. Yeah. What are all the eligible courses? You can go for graduation, you can go for post-graduation, you can do your MBA, MCA, MS there, and degree courses like aeronautical, pilot training, shipping, all provided all these are from recognized universities. You can go for medical courses. You can, of course, the diploma and certificate courses for which you are going abroad are not eligible for education loans. Next one. So what are all the expenses we consider for financing you? First and foremost is your college fees, next exam, library or lab fees, and boarding and lodging expenses. And apart from this, if there's any other fee which we will be considering it capped at around 20% of the total of tuition fees. Suppose your tuition fees is 1 lakh, we'll be capping it at 20,000. All other fees apart from the fees given above. So our product specification for education loan, especially studies abroad, is like whatever is the total fees, eligible fees, which I told you in the earlier slide, whatever comes out of the final, will be financing up to 85% of the amount. And you can avail a repayment period of 15 years. And we have options like a ballooning repayment or flexible repayment options are also there. Then usually the repayment holiday where you need not have to pay back the loan is the actual study period and 1 year plus the actual study period. That is, if your study period is 2 years, your repayment holiday will be 3 years. So something like that. And for studies abroad, you have an education loan subsidy, interest subsidy for amount up to 20 lakhs, especially for master degree. And our rates, the interest rate is very important, which is the base rates or the benchmark rates, which is linked to repo. So our rates are presently at around 10.85%. And we have 0.50% concession in interest rate for girl students, and 0.50% for concession if you are servicing the interest of your loan during your study period. There are two options. Either you service the interest during your study period, or you don't service the interest during the study period. What happens when you don't service the interest during study period? At the end of the study period, the entire interest accrued will get capitalized with the principal, and you'll have to start paying the installments for the entire amount. Suppose you are servicing interest on the study period or during the study period, only the principal remains at the end of the study, and you will be paying the installment only on the principal. Supposing you are accepting or taking the option of servicing the interest, you will get a interest concession of further of 0.50%. And of course, all loans come with security. So especially abroad studies comes with a lot of security. So we insist on security by way of land and building, deposits, or other securities like National Savings Scheme certificate, KVP, or gold. So these are all the securities we insist. Usually we insist security up to 100% of the loan amount, not more than that, only 100%. Next one, please. So how to apply? Basically, you can go to the branch and tender your application, or you can apply through the bank's website. In bank's website, on the landing page, we have apply online and get instant approvals option is there. So you can apply for education loan. And then, of course, the government initiative of the Vidya Lakshmi portal, the government has a big portal called the Vidya Lakshmi portal. The government wants all education loans to be routed through the Vidya Lakshmi portal. So you can just Google it as Vidya Lakshmi portal, go there and apply. So this is the basic process, and we have a conflict of interest with Thomas Cook as well, because like Sir said, Balraman said, Thomas Cook is a 100-year-old company, and so is Canara Bank. So we also do foreign remittances. The moment you want to send your fees or this loan amount abroad, we have a online option. We punch the details there. It goes to our foreign exchange department in Mumbai, and from there that gets paid to the whichever university where it should be paid. So these are all the. This is basically from my side, and I welcome you all to come to Canara Bank and avail the financial assistance to realize your dreams of studying abroad. We have a retail asset hub in the Tiruchangod Road, near the municipal office. Mr. Karthikeyan, my colleague, divisional manager, is the retail asset hub head here. And Mr. Shaktivel is our officer who exclusively takes care of processing of education loans in the hub. And we have a presence of 32 branches in the entire Namakkal district. So name it, we are there in Namakkal. So you can drop into any of the branches to know more about education loans, and especially for studies abroad. Mr. Dakshina Murthy, the chief manager of our Mohanur branch, is there, and Mr. Jiva, the credit officer of Mohanur branch. Why the particular branches? We find most of the students from Mohanur go abroad. The number of students going abroad from Mohanur is on the higher side in Namakkal. So for any assistance, you can call us, and of course we have our contact details with Success Point as well. So you please feel free to call us, and in case of any doubts. And I wish you a very wonderful and successful career through your studies abroad. People who want to settle there, you are free to settle abroad. But others, please come back to India, have your own startups, and make India the next developed nation and the 5 trillion economy. Thank you once again. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful and valuable speech. Students will be more clear now to process their loans and would quickly make their application success. Now I would request Mr. Loganathan to present the presentation about a success point. Everyone know what we do, but what exactly we do, that's what he is going to explain now. So you'll get more clarity what uniqueness we have when we compare to other consultancies in Namakkal or all over Tamil Nadu. We have uniqueness and we are the best. To explain that, I welcome Mr. Loganathan to come over the stage and present the presentation.
Good morning, everyone present here. I am Loganathan, academic counselor cum trainer, Coimbatore branch. And on behalf of our team, a hearty welcome to the dignitaries, chief guests, staff, and students present here. So, So behind every successful company, we always have a strong-willed and a sturdy individual who has sowed the seeds. So we have a CEO and founder, Mr. Rajadure Durasamy. As the saying goes, behind every successful man, there is a woman, a driving force and the pillar behind a firm, Mrs. Valadmati Rajadure. So for a company to reach a milestone, the journey is usually inevitable. Likewise, our journey of success point has not been a walk in the park. So, Success Point Overseas Education Consultancy was founded in the year 2008 with a small workforce, and now, after a journey of 15 plus years, we proudly represent 25 plus employees with direct tie with universities, and our expert counselors have expertise and up-to-date knowledge about the universities and the courses that are offered. Plus, they are able to, with that expertise, they are able to deliver the needed counseling for the students and help them achieve their ambitions. And over the course of 15 years, we have processed 10,000 plus applicants and plus counting. And whenever students walks into a consultancy, they always have a second thought. Okay, they usually have a second thought asking whether there are any hidden strings or hidden costs. So we are very proud to say that at Success Point, we don't have any hidden costs or strings attached. The process is very our vision. So every company has a vision, and our vision is to make sure that whoever walks into our office walks out with their dreams and ambitions fulfilled. And our expert staff would make sure that every student has fulfilled their dreams successfully. And so the second thing is, when it comes to choosing universities, students are always in a dilemma. And our expert team would always help them in choosing the right university and the right courses and a budget-friendly university. And we always believe that, we play a major role of inspiration for our competitors by setting the standards high. And our exclusive range of services are starting with, training for competitive English exams, IELTS, PTE, and TOEFL coaching, overseas experts counseling, overseas application, admission process, course selection guidance, and then finally the travel arrangements. So for a company like us, it is not wise to have a foothold in a particular territory or a city. So we have our branches spread across 4 different destinations in India. One, Namakkal, Coimbatore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. And our services are not just limited to Indian students. We have branches abroad as well. We have 2 overseas branches, one in Dubai and one in London. So when you think of studying abroad, you have n number of countries where you can choose from. But at Success Point, we believe that we should provide the best countries for the students to study in. So the best countries to study through Success Point are UK, Canada, Australia, USA, New Zealand, European countries, and Ireland. So we are proud to say that our major partner when it comes to UK is BPP University, and now we are the Tamil Nadu regional partner for BPP University. And our other universities that we have tie-up with are as follows. So when you walk into a consultancy, you always want to have a hassle-free service. So when you think of hassle-free service, you want the consultancy to be a one-stop solution for all your, abroad, overseas education needs. So keeping that in mind, and with the vision of a founder and co-founder, I'm proud to say that we have a new business venture that is, I want you to put your hands together. We are unveiling a new business venture, Sussex Forex Money Exchange Service. So for a student who walks into a consultancy, we provide an A to Z service. So it becomes a one-stop solution for your abroad needs. Thank you. And I take this opportunity to thank MD sir and ma'am, and as well as Namakal Success Point team for inviting me to grace this event. Thank you all, and I wish all the students very best for your interview. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Loganathan, for your presentation. Dream for many. To satisfy a dream, you need a better guidance. To give a brief explanation how you can successfully achieve your foreign ambitions to complete your degrees abroad, I request Mr. Nadir sir, India and Nepal BPP Universities to come over the stage and give the presentation about BPP University. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. How's everybody doing today? All okay? We still have like 5 minutes of morning left now, and then we will be into afternoon. Cool. Thank you very much for coming and joining us for this amazing event. I really want to thank they've been giving BPP University over the years and improving our services, and at the same time giving the support that the students need during their journey from India to the UK. So thank you very much for inviting me and having me here. I really wish you all the best for your upcoming events, that is your admissions, your travel to the UK, your academic year, and your professional careers in the future. I was listening to these gentlemen today, and there are a lot to think, and I really want to thank each one of you for coming and presenting. And of course, there's a lot of information that I got to know which I never knew. And I'm sure Sri Lankan Airlines, I think now I'm very confident the next time when I go to the UK, I will choose Sri Lankan Airlines because I do take a lot of stuff in my bag. So probably I can choose that. I can make a benefit out of that. There's a bit of a competition between Canara Bank and Thomas Cook now. So I'll probably approach both of them and see who can give me the best discounted price on Forex, and then probably decide which one to choose when I go to the UK. But anyways, I really want to thank each one of you for giving me that insight about the business. Canara Bank did point out one small thing, which was about the education loan, that it started in 2001. I remember I completed my 10th standard in 2001, and I wanted to become a lot of things back then. And of course, we didn't have that facility of education loan. And I think you guys are the luckiest today that you are getting the support that you need, not only in terms of the academic guidance, not only in terms of career guidance, but at the same time, there are people who are here to help you and guide you financially as well. So I think you should take benefit out of it. And one small request that I want you to make before you take any decision, be it studying in India, working in India, studying in abroad or working abroad, one thing that you should always think about is your decision and how you take those decisions. The reason I'm telling you this is because majority of the population in India comes from a middle class family. There are people like you and myself where we save the entire life and we spend it all at once. We keep saving and saving and saving, and then probably after 4 or 5 years, we use that savings to buy a car, to buy a house, or maybe go to the UK for their higher education. So you have to think about the decisions that you make. It's really, really important. And the request that I want to make is, before you take any decision, make sure that you do a thorough research. Make sure that the money that you're investing when you go abroad or when you take a decision to go abroad, make sure that you invest that money in a university or an institute that will give you the maximum returns. Make sure that you choose your course wisely. Make sure that you choose your university wisely. Make sure that you choose the city where you're going to study abroad. These small things makes a very big difference once you reach UK. We're going to talk a lot about it. We're definitely going to talk a lot about it. I would like to invite Nadir on the stage, who will help me with my presentation. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of introduction about what we do, how we do it, and how do we support you during the process. Myself, I am the head of student recruitment at BPP University. I take care of India and Nepal. Along with me, I have Mr. Nadir Khan. He is the client support manager for BPP University.
Hello, everyone. You all can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I am the client support manager, and he's my senior. Taranjit has introduced himself. So yeah, we'll go ahead.
So what we do is, we do manage the entire recruitment for BPP University from India and Nepal. So just to give you an idea how we function is, we have a regional office in Mumbai. We are from Mumbai. So we have a regional office in Mumbai. All the applications that we get from India and Nepal, they come to Mumbai for processing. I have an amazing and efficient team sitting in Mumbai, and that consists of more than 60 team members who help and process your applications. So everything is done in the Mumbai office. That includes your offer letters, that includes your interviews. We are going to conduct interviews today also, and that will be conducted by my team, and all the cash documentations as well. The only thing university helps me with during the process is your final cash letter, because that's something that I cannot issue. That's something that the UK team has to do it for me. Rest, everything sits with me. Don't get scared if you get a call from an Indian person asking you for documents. You might think that I've applied for a UK university and some Indian is contacting me and asking for documents, right? So don't get scared. That is just my team who's trying to help you with your application and trying to support you during your application. So we're going to talk about why we are here today. And this is not going to be a YouTube video. This is not going to be a college lecture. So I will be demanding a lot of responses from you guys. Okay? How many of you here have come with a vision of doing masters in the UK? Raise of hands. Almost everyone? Amazing. Another question. Why do you want to do masters? Can anybody give me an answer? Anyone? Yes? Better opportunity? And? Nadir, can you take the mic, please? I think Raja is here to...
That's okay. No, it's okay. No, it's all right. Hello, sir.
Yes, hi.
I am Surendra, sir.
So, why do you want to do masters?
To get better opportunity in MNC like TCS, CDS.
Better opportunity in MNCs.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Why do you want to take opportunity in MNC? Can anybody tell? He is right. We want to do masters to get a better opportunity, right? But why do we want a job in... So basically you're saying a good job, right? To get a good job. What do you get if you have a good job? Anyone? What do you get? Sorry? I'm sorry.
There is someone. You want to say? Okay. I got everything. Okay.
Thank
I
you
have
very
someone
much.
here, Taran, he would like to say.
Yes. I would like to hear it from the student.
Hello, sir. This
Hi.
is Deepak Kumar. I'm already working in Infosys, BBM.
So what do you get when you work in Infosys?
Only salary.
Thank you very much. It's bang on. So thank you very much. That's the answer. So all you need to do is to get a good job, and automatically you get a good salary. Now that you can come upstairs now. So that's your goal, right? To get a good job and get a good salary. Now, think about this. When you study in India, how many universities or colleges or institutes help you to get a good job? Or how many institutes prepare you for your future careers? Anyone? What is their goal, ultimate goal, when it comes to our Indian institutes? I have studied from an Indian institute, from one of the universities. I'll give you the answer. The answer is very simple. Progression. They just want to pass you, complete the syllabus as quickly as possible, and give you a certificate, right? A degree certificate. But what happens after that? Does anybody care? What kind of job you're getting? What kind of pay you are getting? Nobody cares. And that's why BPP stands out. This is where BPP will really help you in all the aspects, not only in your academics, but also in your professional lives. And that is why BPP is known as University of Professions. The clicker is a little bit slow, sorry about that. And the mission or the vision that we have is we build careers through education. Our goal at BPP University is not to just give you a certificate. We also ensure that you are ready for your future career and your professional life in the future. We will give you all the tools and equipment that will help you and enable you to find a good job, to get a good pay, and of course, excel in your professional life. Just to give you an example, everybody is aware of the war between the Ukraine and Russia, right? So when Russia decided to invade Ukraine, what did they do? Did they send their soldiers empty-handed? No, right? They equipped their soldiers. They ensured that the soldiers are well equipped with the latest technology, with the latest weapons, so that they can go and win the war. They didn't win, that's a separate story. But that's what exactly BPP will do to you. Don't worry, we are not going to send you to the war, okay? We are going to give you all the tools and equipment that you need to excel in your professional lives. And that's a guarantee. We are going to talk a lot about what BPP is. So let's okay. A little bit of history, what BPP is, what it was. BPP came into existence in 1976, and we started as BPP Law College in the UK in London. In 2007, within a span of 40 years, we got the title of university in 2007. And in 2020, we got degree awarding powers indefinitely. Now, you must be thinking, what's so great about it? There are a lot of colleges who get the titles of universities, and there's nothing unusual about it, right? But I will tell you, it was one of the biggest events in the history of UK education system, where BPP made history by becoming one of the largest independent university in the UK. Now, just to put it in perspective, you go home and do a little bit of research and find how many colleges operate in the UK. And I can assure you, you will find so many colleges who've been teaching students for more than 100 years in the UK. And they are still struggling to become a university. BPP did that in just 40 years. And that was only possible by using the unique methodology of teaching and imparting the practical knowledge to our students. It was all about the quality education that we provide at the university. And when we actually became the university, that's when we actually started growing. Currently, we take more than 58,000 students all across the globe. We teach our students. Now, coming back to our discussion, why we want to do masters, I told you that there is one more thing that you need to excel in your professional lives or to meet our end goal, that is get a good job and a good salary, right? What do you need? There's one more thing. You need the academics, and there is one more thing that you need. It's the exposure. You need the exposure. And if you don't have the exposure, there is a possibility that you might not be able to connect with those multinational companies that you wish to work. And that's when BPP University started tying up with the companies. And currently, we have tie-up with more than 7,000 businesses globally, and majority of them work with BPP exclusively. Not only that, and this is a benefit that you will get, this tie-up has two motives. One, to have a very nice business footprint, and second, to give exposure to our students. How it will help you, I will come back to you in few minutes. Not only we have tie-ups with these companies, but majority of the companies, they come to BPP for training as well. So we train students, we also train companies. Out of top 10 banks in the UK, BPP is responsible to train 9 of them. And that's the kind of quality education we provide in the UK, and that's the trust the business has in BPP University. And it doesn't stop here. We train students, we train the companies, we also published learning material for students all across the world, which is used in more than 140 countries. Anybody in this group are from accounts background? I know one. Anybody from accounts? I'm sure you are there.
Taran, there is one more at the back.
Yes, amazing, amazing. So, have you ever heard of this term, which is ACCA? Anyone? I'll give you the full form of this ACCA. The full form of ACCA is Association of Certified Chartered Accountants. And it's a global body for chartered accountancy. And BPP is the only university in the entire world with a platinum approved content for these ACCA courses. That means, I'll give you one example. I do travel a lot, and I come across to a lot of students in South India who are oriented towards accountancy and finance. And they were doing courses, ACCA courses, from cities like Bengaluru, Calicut, and some of them from Singapore and Malaysia as well. They wanted to come to BPP for their education. I asked them, you're already studying ACCA, why do you want to come to BPP? The simple answer to that was, BPP BPP for their postgraduate law courses. They come from universities like Oxford and Cambridge. Surprising, right? Talking about the health school. The health school is one of our popular courses. We have an amazing program which is called MSc Healthcare Leadership. Now this program gives you the opportunity to get into the hospital management world where you can actually work as a HOD or an administrator in a hospital. The benefit of this is we have a very close tie-up with NHS in the UK. So there is a very high possibility that you might get a job in NHS after completing the course. The third comes School of Business and Technology, where you guys will go. How do I know that? I know my students very well. So we offer amazing programs starting from MSc Management, Project Management, Data Analytics, and Digital Marketing. And all these programs comes with a 6 months of placement. Now, I talked about 7,000 businesses, right? And this is where you will get the benefit. You guys can choose whether you want to go with that placement or not. But if you choose to go with that 6 months of placement, you get that placement as a guaranteed. How does it become a guaranteed? Very simple. We will set up 3 interviews with 3 different employers. Not only that, we also train you on how to crack those interviews. I've been working with BPP for 4 years now, and I have taken more than 10,000 students from India to the UK in these 4 years, maybe more. I'm very sure it's more than 10,000. And I have not come across to a single student who has come back and complained to me that they haven't got the placements. That's how it becomes guaranteed. And this is an opportunity that you guys will get as a student. There is one more opportunity that you will get. If you perform well in those 6 months with these multinational companies, there is a very high possibility that you will be absorbed as a full-time employee in those multinational companies. And that's how we provide you that exposure. And this is the strength we have in the UK in terms of professionalism. 2/3 of the trainee accountants and 1/3 of the lawyers practicing law in the UK have studied from BPP University at some point in their career. And that's the strength. Now imagine the number of accountants and the number of lawyers that we are pushing out in the market every year. Why you should come to BPP University? A very good question, right? I talked about doing the research. I talked about finding a university which is best for you. And I think I'm here to give you the assurance that if you have chosen BPP University for your higher education, it's my responsibility that I ensure you that you have made the right decision. Why you should choose BPP is because of this. 98% of our BPP graduates, they get into highly skilled occupation within the first 15 months. Can anybody tell me what do you mean by highly skilled occupation? Anyone? Think about it. Any answers? Cool, I'll tell you. Highly skilled occupation means 98% of our students, graduates, after graduating, they are not working as cab drivers, They are not working as waiters, and they are not working as petrol pump attendees in the UK. But 98% of them, they are professional accountants, they are professional lawyers, and they are operations managers in multinational companies. They're working as managers. And that's how we prepare our students to make sure that you're ready for that managerial level that you desire after completing the course. How do we do this? It's very simple. We don't hire teachers. It's an absurd statement, right? You must be thinking, what kind of university is this who's not hiring teachers? Now, I want to be very clear, teaching is a very noble profession. Teachers can impart you with the basic knowledge. Somebody said something? Okay. So teachers are really valuable when it comes to giving you the knowledge. But now remember what we discussed in the beginning. Why do we want to do masters? To get a good job and a good salary, right? To build a professional life. Now, teachers have experience in teaching for maybe 10 years, 20 years. We've all seen our teachers, right? They have been teaching for 10 years and 15 years, and they are good. They are very good at teaching. However, if you want to do masters, and if you want to get a good job after completing masters, the only thing teachers lack is practical experience. And that's where the professional tutors come into picture. We hire professional tutors from the market to teach you your subjects. So if you're coming for accounting, you will find a tutor who has worked as an accounts manager in a multinational company for certain years, and then he has come to BPP for your education. If you have chosen management, you will see probably an operations manager who has worked as a manager in a multinational company coming to your class and teaching you. We hire subject matter experts to teach you that subject. Now, how does that benefit you as a student? To give you an example, let me ask you a question. How many people know how to swim here? Or how many people know how not to swim? Who don't know how to swim? That's including me. I don't know how to swim. So if tomorrow or today, let's decide that we want to learn swimming. And I give you two options. You watch a YouTube video or you hire a professional. What do you choose? YouTube video? What do you choose? A professional, right? Why do we choose professionals? He has practical experience. He can give you the tricks on how to balance yourself in the water. And one very important thing that he will do is, he will get into the pool, he will hold you and make sure that you don't drown and die. And that's exactly what our professionals will do. They will be able to give you solutions to the real life challenges that you're going to come across in your employment role. And that's very, very crucial. Because then you will know how to tackle those situations once you get into one. Because they will be giving you that information from their personal experience, not from a book. They have already dealt with that experience. And that's how we train our students, and that's how we get 98% of our students getting into a managerial level. And of course, we do have all the learning methods, including live lectures and 24 hours availability of your modules online. 95% of all our students, they decide whether they want to continue studying or they want to get into employment within 6 months. And this is an interesting table that you see here. I talked about a lot of students coming to BPP for law courses. And this is a survey that is conducted by HESA, which is Higher Education Statistics Agency in the UK. Now, this agency is responsible to conduct survey. It's an independent body. They conduct surveys for all the universities in the UK on different parameters. It could be student satisfaction, it could be modernization, it could be the progression rate, or it could be the employability rate. And BPP ranks number 4 when it comes to future employability. As I said, 98% of our students get into highly skilled occupations. BPP ranks number 4 in the entire UK when it comes to future employability. And interestingly, is anybody aware of what is Russell Group? Russell Group of Universities? Does anybody know? Russell Group of University is a group of 24 universities, and these are top world-renowned universities, and we've been hearing about these universities since our childhood. This group consists of universities like Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial College, and of course, University of Warwick and University of Law. And out of those 24 world-leading universities, we rank number 2 after Oxford. So if you can look at the chart here, the University of Oxford has 98% of employability, that students get into highly skilled occupation, and the same amount of numbers pass out and get into highly skilled occupation at BPP. And we did manage to beat University of Cambridge by a big 2%. So now think about it. A university who was just established in 1976 is competing with the universities who've been teaching students for more than 100 years. And that's the kind of quality education we provide in the UK, and that's how we train our students and make sure that our students get the best possible jobs available in the market. So if you're really, really serious about your career, if you're really serious about your profession, choose BPP University. And these are the few companies that work very closely with BPP University. I have categorized in different sectors. In legal, you can see big legal firms like Kennedy's, Slaughter & May, Ellen & Overy. And of course, you have professional services like Mazars, Hayes McIntyre, and Grant Thornton. We work very closely with Government of the UK also, where you can see Department of Transport, Ministry of Justice, Cabinet Office, and of course, National Audit Office. Professional services, I mentioned, out of top 10 banks in the UK, BPP is responsible for 9 of them for their trainings, and these are the banks that we work very closely with. You can see Experian, UBS, Barclays, JP Morgan, and HSBC. And of course, nursing, I've already talked about. We work very closely with NHS. And then industry and commerce, you have Fujitsu, Arcadia, IBM, Tesco, and Boots. And these are the companies who take training from BPP University. And you can see big names like KPMG, Deloitte, American Express, and of course, PwC. All these companies, they do come to BPP for their training purposes. This is a glimpse of our law school. So if you are a law student, we want to create that environment for you so that it's easy for you to get into your employment and perform much quicker. This is our classroom. We create mock courtrooms for our law students so that they can practice in the classroom itself, and this is the actual court. And this is where you guys will go. So BPP is based in central London. We have 6 campuses in central London itself. The headquarters is in Shepherd's Bush. We have Waterloo, we have Holborn, King's Cross, London City, and this is our newest campus that is at Port Socken Street. It is one of our biggest campus in central London and where you guys will go. The best part about BPP is we have a policy which says inclusion and diversity. That means we never look at the students' caste, creed, color, and religion before taking their admissions and during their academic year. We treat all of them equally, and that is why you will see multi-faith rooms in each of our campuses. Multi-faith room is a specially designed room. It's a big room in all our campuses where a Muslim can go and offer namaz, where a Hindu can go and offer prayers, and Christians can go and offer prayers. So this is a dedicated space we have created, and that's only because of the diversified student portfolio that we take in our university. Now, BPP understands the students very well, and BPP is known for its unique solutions to students' problems. We understood why student wants to do masters, so we came up with an idea that we will hire professional tutors. We understand that we attract diversity, so we created multi-faith rooms. And there are a lot of things that BPP does uniquely, which we are going to see in some slides. These are the few popular courses that we offer. I've talked about all the courses, 6 months of placements. The best part about BPP is we recruit throughout the year. So I do understand that UK has that traditional intake structure where you have January, you have May, and then you have September. And I've seen a lot of students differing from May to September. But at BPP, we have rolling intakes. Currently, we are recruiting for May intake, and we will again have that rolling intake from May to June, June to July, and then we will start again in August, September, and October. So you can take admission as per your convenience. You can take admissions because I do understand, and we do understand, that a lot of students, they do struggle with finances. So once you are ready with finances, you don't have to wait for September intake to come. You don't have to wait for January intake to come. You can just come to Success Point and you can apply for BPP University. That's the beauty of it. Now, this is a segment. If you're sleeping, please wake up, because this is a segment that really, really matters. It's about student support. And my friend Nadir is going to tell you what all is included in student support and how we do it. Over to you, Nadir.
Yeah, so thank you everyone. Thanks, Saran, for covering the presentation for BPP and letting everyone know the inside part. So I'm going to talk about the most crucial part, which is the student support here, as you guys can see here. I want to ask, I want this session to be very interactive, so I want to ask you guys, when you go to UK, right? So how long will you take to adjust in UK, if anyone can answer? How many months you'll take to adjust yourself? Okay, there's no one to answer, so I'll only tell you guys. It takes minimum 3 months to adjust to that environment because you're going to a new place, you're going to meet new people around there. So to get into that adjustment, it takes 3 months. And we have, like BPP is very social and take care about their students. So what BPP decided that we should have an engagement team that take cares of our students. So when we travel to UK, we have more than 50 engagement support officers who take care of our students. So when you go there, you're kind of nervous. You are not familiar with their lifestyle. So they are there to help you with your career support. Like if in case you're homesick or if you're finding it difficult to adjust and you have accommodation issues, you can always reach out to them. Because in India, the students are like, that's our culture. When we study in India, we are like backbenchers and we don't talk in the class as well. And this same kind of concept we carry with us all the time. So when we go there, we don't speak, we don't raise our hand. If we have any issues, we keep it to ourselves, and that results like in a bad situation. So we want our students who all are going there to be very alert and get in touch with these engagement officers when it comes to accommodation or any personal issues. And the second thing is the learning support. This is also like when you cannot complete your assessments, your projects, and you're finding it difficult to cope up with the language. At this point also, you can go and reach out to our engagement officers, and they will definitely help you out. So the journey is like once you get a CAS, once you get your visa, these enrollment officers are in constant touch with you. They come to you online, and they also, when you reach there, they are there with you all the time. So what we decided, BPP, we have around 6 campuses and 2 campuses in outer London. So we have come up with a special room in each campuses for our students so that if in case they're facing any issues or problem, they can directly go to that room, have a conversation with our engagement officers, explain them their issues, and they will definitely resolve that for you. And inclusion and diversity, as Taranji spoke about it, we are more focused on diversity, and we do not discriminate anyone. And then international students, like you'll be getting students from all over the world to come and study there. So that's what it's all about. Now, students should know this. So as Taran said, we all want you to be alert and open your eyes and ears. So this is something very important that you need to know. So when you're traveling, what do you see? What is this? What picture is this? Sorry? Yeah, it's a laptop, right? So we want you guys to carry a laptop when you travel to UK. Most of the time what happens, our students are not carrying laptop. Now this is something very important that we need to carry with us. It is a necessity now. Before it used to be a luxury, now every person needs to have this. Even I have a son who is just 11 years old. He is asking me to give him a laptop because he can use it for his personal, or he can make projects out of it. So especially if we are going abroad, we need to have a laptop with us so that we can complete your assignments. And as Taran always tells in the sessions, that it's kind of like, even if you're working, you need to have it. If you're not working, at that point also it's very important because you find jobs on it, right? And another thing is, when you're not working on Sundays, you can put on a video, YouTube, and watch movies out of it. Now the second thing is, we want you guys to give 100% attendance. This is something very important because what happens, when you're, our concept is like when we go to UK, our main aim is to work because I've taken a loan and I want to repay it as soon as possible. But we don't want you to do that. We want you to give your 100% attendance while attending the classes. You can, if you're missing on this, you might miss on your projects, your assessments, and by the time a deadline comes, you're not aware about it. So then you fail. And if you fail, what happens? You do not get your PSW, that is post-study work permit. So you're losing out a big thing on this. So try and give 100% attendance, all right? Then comes no cheating, please. It does not mean that we guys are going to cheat there or we BPP students are cheating. We are asking you not to cheat because in India, our style is we normally do mug up. We learn the entire book and we'll go and give, write in our exam paper. And what happens? We get good results out of it. But the education system in UK is extremely opposite. They want you to understand and then write it in your own words. So you cannot copy paste. So if you copy paste, you fail. So we don't want you to cheat. We want you to understand and write it. All right? Now we give 3 chances to win. So it does not mean that you wait for all the 3 chances to get over and then you, okay, I will wait, I've got 1 more chance, 2nd chance, 3rd chance, I will pass. So we want you to have, in the first attempt only you clear the easy subjects and you keep the second one for the tougher ones. So if you have any issues, you can cover up in the second and the third attempt. Now, BPP is not only focused on education, we also have welcome lunch, Columbia nights. So you guys can have a recreation, you guys can meet at one place and if you're a fresher and you get to meet international students and get to exchange things with them. Though it's a small campus, it's not like those traditional universities where there are gardens you see in the movies and kids are running around and playing around. These are campuses, but we have a big exposure. So Sarah, as you can see, the one in this striped t-shirt, she's Sarah, and she's the dean of the college. In India, I would ask any of you guys who has ever been in touch with the dean, university dean? I don't think so, right? So here the dean is like, she's upfrontly going to the class with the data analytics because she was invited for a seminar to attend a Salesforce seminar. And she went to the class and picked a few students with her so that they can get a real world knowledge with her. So she took them with her and she shared the information with Taran and we put it in the slide so that you guys can know how BPP works with our students. Now this is something very important. We have a kiosk at Terminal 3. Now there are many big universities in UK who have been from 100 years. But we believe in solution. So we came up with this solution like, I'll share my example. When I was traveling for the first time to the Gulf, I was around 21 years old. And as Suman said, when you travel, you're very nervous. You don't know, because you're young at this time, and you're not exposed to the world. So you kind of nervous, you don't know what to say, whom to approach. Now BPP has come up with this fantastic program wherein we have a kiosk at the Terminal 3, and that's one of the biggest and the busiest airport in the world. So when a student lands up there, he is relaxed, there is someone to look after him. So the first thing what you can do is reach out to the counter and speak to them. They will comfort you, they will give you a glass of water, and they will ask your issues. So you can ask them for help like transportation, if you need a SIM card, accommodation, And the best thing is they help you enroll in the university. So you're relaxed at one point of time, yes, my things are getting done and I don't have to worry because there is someone looking after. So whichever counter or whichever terminal you're landing, make an attempt to reach to Terminal 3 so that you can do a selfie like this. So we can, in our next slide, we can put your picture here and you'll be recognized then, all right? So these are few students across India that we have, Hyderabad, Punjab, Mumbai, Gujarat, and that's it. So I'll throw this for you guys. If you have any questions, we are here to answer that. And I will hand it over to Mr. Taran.
Thanks, Nadir. I hope you guys understood what kind of support we need. And, sorry, what kind of support you need. Sorry about that. And, of course, BPP knows what students want. I talked about this earlier. BPP knows why you are coming to do masters. We created that environment for you. We got specialized teachers, experts. We know students are nervous once they reach UK. It takes about 3 months for you guys to adjust. So we have created an engagement team of 50 team members whose job is to help you from the day you get your CAST letter till the day you complete your term 1. All you have to do is just respond to their communication. Nadir, I just wanted to remind you of 4 golden rules. 1, take your laptop, very, very important, 100% attendance. The reason you want 100% attendance is to ensure that you know how to submit the assignments, when to submit, and not to focus on your part-time jobs. I always say this to my students. There are 2 types of people in the world. 1, who eat the burger, and 2, who serve the burger. Right? In India, majority of us are a part of a group who go and eat the burger. Right? We take the money from our parents and then we go and eat the burger. But in the UK, this tiniest of thing will decide whether you will be serving a burger to an employee of KPMG or you become an employee in KPMG and go and eat the burger. So that's a decision that you have to make. And for that, you need 100% attendance. No cheating. That's only because the cultural difference and the education systems in India and UK are completely opposite. In India, you copy-paste, you get 100 marks. In UK, you copy-paste, you get 0 marks. And the last, you get 3 chances to pass your exams, not to pass your exams on 3rd attempt, but this is to ensure that you are supported. If you are experiencing difficulties, if you are struggling with your projects and assignments, make sure that you reach the engagement officer and ensure that you pass your exam on the 1st attempt. 2nd and 3rd attempt is for your difficult subjects. Please be careful about that. I don't know how many universities are there in the UK. It's more than 140 universities in the UK who operate and take international students. BPP is the only university who listens to their students. When we spoke to the student, we found out that the students are really, really nervous once they reach UK because it's an alien world for them and it's a new environment for them. So this happens. You travel to a new city for the first time and you're confused. From where should I take the taxi? From where should I contact, or maybe where should I stay? All these small things do bother us. And going from India, leaving your parents behind, leaving your friends behind, and reaching UK where you are all alone by yourself creates a different level of nervousness. First of all, you reach UK, you land at the airport, you don't have network. You need a new SIM card to get that network. You don't know from where to find a taxi to reach the accommodations. Sometimes you don't even have accommodations. And that's where BPP realized that that's a big problem. And we are the only university in the entire UK who has a permanent stand at Heathrow Airport to support our students. You clear the immigration, the next thing that you will see is BPP logo. You go there, you tell them hi, they will give you a glass of water, they will ask you what the problem is, they will help you with your SIM cards, they will help you with the transportation, they will help you with accommodations as well. And again, like Nadir Mo said, they will also help you enroll in the college and the university. So even if you have everything sorted, even if you don't have any queries, I will still request you to go there, visit them, and then go to your accommodations. And one last thing that I want to tell and end the session is that finding the support at BPP University is as simple as this. All you have to do is raise your hand and ask for help, and you will get that help. It could be regarding your assignments, it could be regarding your accommodations, it could be regarding your part-time jobs. If you are struggling with any of these elements or any issue for that matter, please speak up. That's all, guys. We're going to do spot admissions today. We will conduct interviews today, and we will check your documents and issue the offer letters today itself. So I wish you all the best for your future careers, for your journey in the UK, and your upcoming professional life. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
Presentation. I request Ms. Lavanya to present the vote of thanks, and then we'll proceed with lunch.
Good afternoon to one and all gathered here. I am Lavanya Loganathan, one of the University Trainer of Success Point. Before I am going to start my vote of thanks, I would start with one beautiful quote. Thank you is not just a word, it's more than emotions. I'm very happy to express my gratitude. It's great honor and privilege to present my vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. First of all, let me start my thanks to God making this wonderful occasion with resounding success. I would like to thank our guest, Mr. Suman Udaykumaran, Area Manager Trichy, Sri Lankan Airlines, and their team. Mr. Balaraman Munithan, Associate Vice President, Thomas Cook Limited, and their team. Mr. Morgan Haltorai, Regional Head, Salem Rural, RO. Canara Bank and their team. Sir, really thank you for accepting our felicitation on this special occasion. My grateful thanks to Mr. Nadir Rasid Khan, Client Support Manager, BPP University. Sir, thank you for your valuable contribution with words of encouragement. Thank you, sir. I like this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to our special guest, Ms. Taranjit Singh, Head of the Student Recruitment, BPP University, for graciously accepting our invitation and consenting to be the chief guest of this today's occasion. Sir, really thank you for your presence, and your words are so motivation to all here. Thank you, sir. My heartfelt thanks to our beloved well-wisher and my entire team to support and guidance to successfully delivering the wonderful occasion. Thank you, my team. I thank the member of the media for evincing interest to cover all the event today's occasion. Thank you, my media members. Last but not the least, my heartfelt thanks to the student who is still awaiting for the spot admission and the interview. All is well that ends well. Before I leave with you with some inspiring quotes. Coming together is beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is always success. Once of all, thank you for thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
மதிய உணவு இங்கே எல்லாத்துக்கும் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ எங்கள் ஸ்டாஃப்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு கைட் பண்ணுவாங்க. லன்ச் பிரேக். ஸோ எல்லாம் சாப்பிட போகலாம். ஸோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் சாப்பிட்டதுக்கு அப்புறமா இன்டர்வியூ ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும். வில் ஹெல்ப் யூ அவுட் ஃபார் எவ்ரி திங். ஓகே, ஸோ இட்ஸ் பிரேக் ஃபார் லன்ச்.